What's up, guys? Yes, I am here. I know my voice probably sounds just a little raspy. You gotta get me. I just finished the gym because I just came from the gym, come from Gold's Gym. If y'all wanted to know what gym I go to, but let's get into this conversation I would like to have with you guys. This one, it's not going to be a story time. Yes, I think I'm going to have a story time on Friday for you guys. That's the one that I want to do an actual story time. But for this one, I think this is just some more actual questions that I have for you guys, and maybe y'all can relate to me with some of these things. Because y'all can see from the title, this one's basically going to be about being a loner, but like wanting to be social. And some of y'all may get what I'm talking about, where it's like sometimes you're always like, it's nothing wrong with it. Like I usually am usually always by myself, always like, okay, you're at work, you be a little social sometimes there, but it's like you don't really feel like adding more people in, and you're always just being you're usually by yourself most of the time when it comes down to like after work. I usually go to the gym, and then after the gym I'm usually by myself in the car, hitting my cart in the car, and I'm just chilling listening to music. And there's nothing wrong with it, but you really do like feel like it's like you want to be social, and you should be social as a human being. You're like, okay, I need to actually go out here and start being social and talk to people. But at the same time, you feel like that's a lot of energy, and you're just like, I gotta put in a lot of energy because now I gotta introduce myself. I gotta then have a conversation. I gotta see what matches your conversation, and then I gotta like do all of that and blend it all in and try to get a conversation started. And it's really hard when you meet new people. Like some of y'all get it where it's like y'all meet new people, but it's really hard to get a conversation going because you don't really know like what they like and what you like. So now you guys are saying like random topics. So what's your favorite color, what's your favorite book, some stuff like that. Like you're asking all these questions that you have no clue, but you're trying to find something in the middle where both of y'all can then start talking about it, and then there's one big connection to it. But then, as I say, I think another thing that I have is just wanting to actually put in all that energy, because it's just a lot of energy for somebody. Like even if, as I say, it's relationship or not relationship wise, like say if it's just your friend wanting to make a new friend, it's like you want to make them, but then it's like, oh, I gotta still build that connection with them, and I gotta find the right person who actually matches my vibes and stuff like that. Who actually is gonna like appreciate you and take care of you, and you take care of them, and y'all just cool friends. But I definitely feel like it's definitely a struggle with loners, because it's like sometimes I do get that joint where it's be like you don't want to go out your bubble. You really rather just stay in there. You just rather just do the same thing every day and chill and relax. I do sometimes do be going out, and I'm like, you know what? Okay, I need to be more social. Like I don't know. Sometimes y'all may get it. It's like I may be going a whole week and I haven't really talked to anybody. I've really just been focused on like YouTube, all my other businesses and all that stuff, and so I'm usually busy on that, so I'm focused all on that, so I'm not usually talking to other people. And then I work, we work a regular job. Now you working all day and all night, and you're like, sometimes you don't be social with people, and you're like, okay, I need to go out for this weekend and actually talk to people. But then when you get outside, you're like you see real people, and you're like, oh shoot, like these are actually real people. I can talk to actual people. But then it's like, damn, do I really want to? Like I got enough friends. Like I got 4 friends who I can call, who usually there for me or support me or something like that. So I usually don't have to add any more. It all just depends. And then I feel like it definitely, another thing is, if you don't feel like talking about it, like talking to people, like the thing is, finding a topic to talk to people about is definitely a really hard task, because some things may not match up. Like I could say we're talking to a girl, right? And one of the girls is like, oh, they like a show, they like a girl show. And it's like, as a guy, you may not know that show, but then you're like, okay, I need to start doing some research on this show, because this girl looks nice enough that I'm going to invest some time in her. So if she gives you a show that she watches, you're like, okay, I may just want to start doing that, and trying to see if I can actually, get into the conversation with that. Because then it's like, but you don't want to seem pressed about it. You don't want to seem like, oh yeah, I watched the whole season. She told you about the show, and you're like, oh yeah. And the next day you're like, yeah, I didn't watch the whole season. Now you seem like a simp. You seem like a simp. Let's calm down. I feel like it's more of trying to just get to know people, but at the same time, being social, I definitely say is a hard thing to do sometimes because it's like it takes a level of energy to be social, and definitely when on a level of like every day where it's like, okay, you got to talk to these people, you actually have to think about a conversation that you want to have with everybody. And sometimes I do have those days where I'll wake up and I'm just like, okay, I don't really want to talk to anybody. I just want to come to work, go to work, do my thing, come back home, go do some more work, go to the gym, stuff like that, and then chill out for the rest of the day. And sometimes you don't feel like talking to people. But as I tell people, if you have, so like as I say, social anxiety, as I say, when it comes down to it, I never recommend drugs. Never recommend drugs. But I personally smoke a cart, and that personally, for me, a sativa brand usually always gets me more talkative because once I smoke that joint, I'll be like, oh, now when I come, say I'm at job or I'm at the gym or some, usually not at the gym because the gym I'm usually super focused. So say I'm not at the gym but I'm like outside talking to my friend or something like that. It's like you actually feel like you're more social because it opens you up to actually wanting to have more conversations with people, stuff like that. But I tell people, yeah, definitely when it's the social anxiety and stuff like that, I tell people just like, hey, if you really have that, I'll tell you just try to get near more people who have lots of conversations and try to get comfortable with that, and then slowly build up. It takes time, but slowly get to that point where you're like, okay, I can do this. I can have conversation with other people. I can actually be social, and then I can actually build relationships with other people and find out different things that people may not know because you may ask somebody and they know about investments and you really wanted to know about investments, but because you weren't talking to them, you would never know because you didn't ask. So it's like I tell people always try to take advantage of things. Like if you see somebody who's in a position that you want to be in, or you're just trying to understand somebody else, or you say you want to get to know this girl or something like that, just go out there and be like, try it, because it's like, as I say, you never know what's gonna happen, and what's the worst thing they could say? No. Like, you know what I mean? You ask a girl for her number, she say no. Okay, you just keep it going. I'm like, you ask a business guy about investments, what he's gonna say? No. Like, other than no, it's a yes. You know what I mean? So it's like keep trying, keep pushing forward, and trying to find something that y'all could talk about together. What are some social anxiety stuff that you guys could probably give me? Like, say y'all were trying to have a conversation with somebody you just get to know, like say it's a girl or whatever. Just tell me some stuff which y'all would think is actually a hard thing to actually have a conversation to as well. And I would like to hear it. Just put it in the comments and I definitely will respond to that. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Make sure to like and subscribe. And I can't wait to give y'all the story time on Friday. I'll see y'all on Friday.